Hey everybody, I am here with the lovely Lisa, and we are doing a foil plaid. I did one yesterday and then deleted the video on accident. So, plus it was a big mess because I was using a new stamper and it was pain. So I am gonna just show you how to do it here. So if you missed it and you're wondering how to do this, it's a piece of cake. So first I did I did Trinity for her fill, and then I did one coat of Options Mulbery. So you can see it's a little translucent with one coat, but I really did it because I wanted to get all the way around the cuticle real nice and close. And also the Options colors are very sticky. So it allows you to not have to use Stick It or anything else to do some foil on the nail. And so I'm using a wine foil that was in my drawer. And pull this up real quick. And this one's going to be glitter. So we're going to skip that one. Fuzz. She has a scarf on. Y'all don't forget to tell your clients before you start their nails to take their scarves off. Otherwise, they bump them on the way to the light, and then you get linty all over your nails. So, note to self for the rest of the winter, take scarves off. It's okay. It's jackets, it's scarves, it's sweaters. There was hot pink lint on something the other day. I'm like, you're not wearing hot pink. Where does this hot pink come from? And I look over at the couch and there's a hot pink jacket. I'm like, oh, that's where it's coming from. So, yeah, the lint is a real fun issue this time of year because everyone's wearing fuzz. So I'm just trying to get this as, pretty covered. It's not a huge big deal. We're going to be stamping right over it, but it's really going to give it a nice shiny appearance behind the foil. So really pretty. Hey, Donna. All right, so I'm going to pull my trusty old stamper out because I know it works beautifully. Yesterday I was struggling with a new one that I need to prep a little bit better and make it a little bit more cooperative. But my old stamper is perfect. I touched that one. Doesn't really matter. We're going to cover that with glitter anyway. All right. Here we go. So this is my trusty old stamper. You can see it's had lots of love. And get a new sheet in my stamping cleaner pad. And that will keep it nice and clean. And she's doing this one, so I'm going to turn it this way. Scrape, pick up, stamp on. And then I like to turn it so that you're not doing the exact same spot in the pattern on every nail. So like on this one, I'll do it maybe there. Show a little bit more of the black. Oh, Donna says she needs a full-on stamping class. I actually did a 3-hour stamping class at camp in Idaho, and I thought, oh my gosh, 3 hours is too long. We are not going to have enough things to do. And shockingly, we just kept doing stuff, and there's so much that you can do with stamping that we used up the entire time, and we had to get done sooner. I'm going to turn this one over. Oopsies. Some of the tricks of stamping, a lot of it has to do with your polish you're using is important. The stamper is like #1 importance. And yesterday, if you had seen my video, it was a disaster because I used a brand new one. And sometimes the brand new ones are not quite sticky enough and caused a huge problem. I'm going to go ahead and finish the black, so I'm going to do the next hand. So sometimes play with your stampers when they're new, when you get them, and see if they need a little bit of prepping. Sometimes it helps if you buff it a little bit. I've never done that, but I do clean mine with acetone, which I know some people say, oh, that's a big no-no. But it will sometimes make it way easier to pick up. And this one's been wiped with acetone probably 100 times, and it's still nice and sticky and works perfect. And I feel like I need to do that with my other one to get it working. But you want to make sure you clean your stamping plate every couple of passes, because if you have any polish dry in there, then you're not going to get as deep of a pickup. So that's very important. All right, one more. And let's do this one this way. So I like to spin them. All right, now I'm going to clean my card and clean my plate. Figuring out the plaid patterns you're having trouble with. Okay, so there's different ones. These ones, there's a little tiny arrow here. So these all layer from here to here, here to here. I can't even see what I'm doing. Here to here. There's little tiny arrows. So these layer. So the trick is to find the spot where it rests between. So I'm going to switch to the gold. And these lines, these two lines are going to go right in between those two lines. So I just have to find, looking through the stamper, that's why it's so great having a clear stamper. You want to look through the stamper and find where your lines line up. Right there and right there, and then press. And so your black and your gold are right in between each other. All right. I should have cleaned that one out. Sometimes I feel like the metallics dry a little bit faster, so you want to make sure you clean out your plate. There we go, perfect. All right, and this one, I did it this direction. So find your spot in between, line it up, and then go. So cute. You can talk, you don't have to be quiet. I know you like to talk, girl. Don't pretend. So pretty. There you go. There's something. All right, now going this direction on this one. So looking down through here, I'm looking to line up in between, and press. Cute. Next one. This is a lint roller right here. See this? This is made for stampers. You pull off a piece for each one. They are so much better than actual lint rollers. I hated with a passion using actual lint rollers. And this, see how I'm using this as to roll right off? It works beautifully. But occasionally I will use acetone to give it a really good wipe. And it also does a really good job of bringing the sticky up a little bit on the stamper. So this is what I use for most of the service, but then I will occasionally clean it with my acetone, and it gives it a really nice finish on the stamper to pick up really nicely. It comes out more solid. But yeah, I love the basically lint roller pad. Saved my life because I can't tell you how much I hated dealing with this stupid lint roller. Pissed me off. So annoyed me. I have a bunch here on my scraper, so that's what I used to pick this one up. So I just kind of rolled my scraper to the side. So clean. Oh, I hate the lint roller. This is just so much easier. Having a nice flat surface instead of a round surface is not as cooperative as a nice flat surface for the roller. It's much more cooperative. I like that this one has those extra fine ones as well. It's really cute.
I know, I like that too.
Not enough. Get some more.
Holiday plaid.
Holiday plaid. So cute. All right, last one. And then I will glitter. So on this one, the way I had it lined up, it didn't cover all the way to the end. So what I'm going to do is remove the excess from my stamper, except where I need it to go. I'm just going to add a little touch. Hold on. Right on the end. Perfect. I just wanted a little extra there. Okay. So give everything a good clean, because it likes to get into the grooves. And that way the next person knows what to choose. And then to do the glitter. And if you have these, guys, just put them away like this. When you go to do the next client, that's when you peel up your new one. So that way it keeps your new sheet perfect. I just put a little bit in my mess. Okay. All right, so to do glitter, I am using Options Crystal Clear. And I am going to do a coat of this on the mulberry. Again, just one coat of mulberry is fine. We didn't need a super solid amount because we're just going to completely cover this with glitter anyway. See the little bumps from her lint in the scarf? That's what that's for. Here we go. New pretty sheet. I was smart. I double-sided printed these. And I'm like, oh, I don't know why I never thought of that. All right, so we've got some good reds in here and some golds. With the large chunks, I'm going to try to keep them a little bit more towards the center because otherwise you're going to have a lump on the side. We don't need lumps, but we don't want them symmetrically either. So when you're encapsulating glitter like this, it's really helpful to use Options Clear as your top coat because you can float it over the whole nail and you won't have any bumps. So I know a lot of people spend just so much time putting coat after coat on and still have it be bumpy, and then they have to buff it and then they top coat it, and it takes 3 times longer than just using Options Clear to start with. So that is really the way to go. I just want to push things where I want it a little bit. See if I can grab another little goldie. There we go. One more gold. All right, and then I'm just going to check around to make sure there's nothing really sticking up, and she can go in the light, please. I'll do this other hand. And I'm basically using this Options Crystal Clear as glue. You can use an Aurora or something like that if you'd like. This glitter is called Hi, or It. It. You have to turn it around because it's lowercase, so it was confusing to read. It's like, what is this color glitter? But it's cool. It's got some fun sparkle situations going on.
Festive.
Very festive. So we will get where we want the glitter to go, and then top coat. Okay, get this on. It's raining so much here. Oh. We have what's called a atmospheric river. I learned this. It's crazy. You look at a satellite. Did you hear about that? Apparently it happens in California more, but we've not had it happen up here that I know of. Not that I've ever heard of anyway.
Either.
But yeah, it looks like a river heading straight into Washington. It's all clouds. Until tomorrow. So don't drown. Hopefully everyone makes it today. This is my...
I'm going home and staying there.
Yeah, my last big day before the holiday. Just going to get an Extra sparkle right on there. All right. Check down the barrel. Make sure nothing's sticking up too crazy. Go ahead and put that in. Merry Christmas, Donut. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and do my top coat on these since I already have my crystal clear out. So I'm going to go ahead and do a good amount. You want to float your options clear over the top. Treat it like a gel on a bumpy surface, and you will have a completely smooth surface that you won't have to finish file, and it'll be perfectly shiny and smooth. This is great for Rockstar Toes. I've had Rockstar Toes done a couple of times from others, and they spend so much time buffing and sealing and buffing and sealing. And I'm like, if you just use Options Crystal Clear, you can do it in one shot. Okay. So I really like doing foils under stamping. I know that in January I'm going to be doing lots of silver foil nails with some white snowflakes. Are you ordering this now?
I'm ordering this. I've already been on the site and saw the glitter and the foil, the snowflakes I want.
Yeah, so it'll be very popular. Doing the same idea with the foil underneath the stamping. It makes it so shiny. So one thing I do like to do before I get to filing that, where's my file? Before you top coat it, because you did an all over foil, it's really helpful if you file the perimeter of the nail before you top coat. If you don't, you risk your top coat not sealing super well, and then you get peeled up top coat, and that's not fun because then you get calls and your clients are like, my top coat's peeling off, I don't know what's going on, and because you didn't do this step. You really want to seal it in pretty well. And so I kind of rock my file back and forth just a little bit just to get that foil off, and so it's not a problem. And then it can sometimes bald out because you're on a slippery surface when you top coat. And so I will flash cure in between because I want perfect top coat. So after each nail, we're going to switch back and forth hand to hand, okay?
Okay.
Go. Oh, I have to file this hand. Or she knows why she would be calling me. You didn't file that hand.
I'll probably blame myself first. Like, what did I do? What did I do?
Yeah. No, nothing you did. It's really important. It's the same with chromes. If you do a chrome powder and you don't do this step, you really risk your top coat not sealing down to the nail well and it peeling off. So it's very helpful to do this. And what I'll do there is just file that in just a little bit so that I don't see that spot. But it's really important, especially if your clients are going a month in between, that you make their nails stay put. It's very shiny. So anyway, so a couple of you were wanting to see how I did my nails. And since the video yesterday is no longer available, this one gives you an idea. Don't bump your fingers. Mm-hmm. She bumped her fingers. I saw it. All right, last one. And I'm using Luxio gloss. You can use whatever gloss you like. It's just my preferred gloss. It's my favorite. I'm almost out of this bottle. I swear I got a new bottle last week, but it's been a busy week. I know all my nail tech friends are ready for Christmas. That needs to go in the light, please.
Oops.
All the way in. She was just chilling outside the light.
I know. It's like, wait. It's back and forth still.
See, it kind of pulls away from the cuticle there because it's very slippery. All right, we're going to go ahead and let those stay in, but let me just show them one more time. All right, so this is the shiny foil stamping plaid, and we will see you guys next time. These were mine. Mine are still a hot mess. This one still looks, well, yeah, this one still looks okay. You know how it is as a nail tech. They get all filed and buffed, and I got snowflakes on here from this morning. All kinds of stuff. So, all right, you guys, Merry Christmas if I don't see you again soon, and we will talk to you later. Bye.